My name is Shakira Singh, and the most important thing to know about me is that I love Jesus, and I am ready to answer the call He has on my life. In doing so, I have become a new person. I've learned new skills, I've found new opportunities and talents, I've found new potentials, and God is opening up great doors for me. My background is accounting, and God told me that accounting is dead. I can't help anybody with accounting. So He has guided me into counseling, which I'm very excited about. I work with the homeless on a weekly basis, and I see the pain and the grief that they go through. And I would really like to help them. I'd really like to guide them to the answer, to get them back into the place where Christ expects them to be and desires them to be. Another thing to know about me is that I'm a minimalist, or trying to be a minimalist. With working with the homeless, I have found that things are not so relevant like they used to be. I've learned to give more and require less. And I used to work for a company a couple years ago, and it was a foreclosure company that when the person could not pay their mortgage, they had to leave the home. Many times expensive items were left behind, and I said, wow, what a waste. So those things led up to me becoming a minimalist and realizing that things that used to matter no more. Another thing to know about me is that I'm into woodworking. It's new. It's a new thing for me, but I like it. It's very challenging, and I get very frustrated sometimes, but I have learned to pause and go back. So with that said, I made this out of reclaimed wood. I stained it, and this up here, you can put a potted plant or a camera. I'm sorry, a candle, and you can hang your keys or whatnot. This here is my friend. It's one of my favorite tools. It's called a brad nailer gun. It comes with a battery pack here, and it weighs about 6 pounds once you add it in, and it's good for the baseboards, putting in baseboards and crown molding and door frames. So you just press it on the wood and go pop, pop, pop. That's the most important. I love that. That's my favorite thing. I would like to give a little quick story testimony. One time I was working on a planter box, and I didn't know what the dimensions were because I just seen it with my eyes, and I was just gonna try and make it. And I got so frustrated, and I sat down and I said, Lord, I want to learn how to do this thing, but I just don't know what the measurements were. And within no time, He gave it to me, just like that. And I know this woodworking is inspired by Him. I've never used a tool before. I have never used a saw before. Now I have 3. I have multiple tools. I have a router, and a router is one that when you have a furniture, it gives that border its decorative look. So it's very exciting. I'm learning so much, and I've learned all of this on my own, but mostly through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, believe it or not. Another thing to know about me is that I'm an aspiring writer. I'm trying. I don't think my writing is shabby, but I'm learning, I'm improving. I write a weekly text to friends and families, and it's mainly about the inspiration of God's grace on my life, my experiences, other people's experiences, and how God takes us through issues and trials and all the reasons to count everything all joy when you're with Him, because nothing is a failure. We can never fail while we're in Christ. And with that said, I write poems, and here's one. I'm just taking one stanza out. It's the middle stanza. I heard the rain falling one night, and the raindrops were dropping on the roof, and it was so beautiful. And the thought that came to me was, with every calming drop of rain, God, He speaks to every air. He makes His presence known to all, and balm the soul that hurt decays. Drop by drop is heard throughout. His blessing spreads through everywhere. So that's a little taste of one of my poems. Simple, but I'm learning. Another thing is I like short stories. I've written 2 short stories, and I really like writing. It's exciting, it's fun. I also do a quick journal about my homeless visits, and it's exciting. Life is exciting. The journey with Christ is exciting. And I just want to say to everybody to be encouraged that this program, I think, is our calling. We are made for such a time like this, and God is going to use us in a mighty, mighty way. Thank you.